Hey, real quick before we start today's video, I got a lot of Father's Day love from you guys, man, over the weekend. So I just want to take the time out to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. Hopefully y'all had a great one. Hopefully y'all was able to relax, get some good to eat. Got something really nice and special. I know we had a little fun with the Father's Day video about no more tube socks and ties and pocket knives and screwdrivers. I meant that though. But happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I just wanted to kind of start the video off by saying that. Like I said, received a lot of love from my family and you guys. But, and if Father's Day was a hard one because, dad is not here anymore. Something happened along the way. My deepest condolences and sympathy and empathy goes out to you guys. Because it's also a day of celebration, but can also be a day of reflection on those who are having a tough time. All right, so happy Father's Day. Let's get to the weekly rotation. It was a good one. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibe, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right, so we are back with my favorite video that I love to do each and every week, and that is the weekly rotation video. I believe this is rotation 171, covering every fragrance that I wore during the week of June 8th. All right, so got a mixed bag here this week. We got some versatile everyday wear fragrances here. We got some summertime bangers here. And we also had an experiment, a fragrance that I wore in the high heat for the first time because I was curious, and I'll let you guys know how that went. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into Sunday. Sunday was a work day. Had to go in and take care of some things before I was off on that Monday. But lately I've been having a discussion. Do I like this better than its previous rendition? I don't know. What am I talking about? From the house of Dior. We were the Dior Homme Sport. Dior Homme Sport. Lately, I've been wearing this one more than the original Dior Homme. I think it's the 2020 edition. And it's something about this one, man, with this added citrus and pink pepper, and just it's a little bit more alive than the Dior Homme 2020, and that one is great. It's very smooth. Both of them have things that I love about them, but I don't know, it's just lately, and I'm sure I'll change my mind another 3 months or whatever, but lately this one has been the one I've been gravitating towards. And to the office, it's just, you just can't beat it. You just can't beat it wearing it to the office. Great versatile everyday wear, but for me, I was enjoying my sillage. I was enjoying the experience of this fragrance. All right, I got one compliment that day. Had one of my young boys ask me what I was wearing, said he needed the link for it. I was really surprised because he's really young. He's like 22, 23. But he said he really liked it, man. So I shot him the link where he can get it for a good price, and we'll see what happens. But from the house of Dior on Sunday, we went with Dior Homme Sport. All right, Dior Homme Sport, really good, really good. All right, up next on Monday was an off day, and boy was it hot around here. It was hot. Normally, man, Mondays I just kind of do my thing, run some errands, take care of some stuff, work out, just kind of make the best of my off day, man, for sure. And that's what I did with this fragrance. This is a hidden gem in the community. I ain't gonna say hidden. This is a gem in the community that's underrated. Doesn't get a lot of conversations. It's been talks of this fragrance around the community. Affordable, niche for summer. This stuff is excellent. From the house of Molinard, we went with Fig on Monday. Molinard's Fig. I love this stuff, man. Just great for the warmer weather, spring, summer. Really amplifies off of my skin as I'm outside in the heat. And it was in the 90s on Monday, man, but you get this tart, sweet, creamy fig here, more on the tarty side, which I love. The more tartar end of fig. You get some petitgrain in here. There's this green, spicy facet in here. Clean, woodsy, just really nice, man. I haven't looked up the notes on this fragrance in quite some time, but this is one of those fragrances. What I'm smelling is that's exactly what it is. to my nose. I don't care what the notes say. And this is just one of those, man. So you can get this for an affordable price. Really does good work, and the magic really shows itself if you're kind of outside moving around like I was on Monday. This stuff is great and affordable and great for summer, great for springtime, especially if you just kind of, you know, if you're outdoors doing your thing, man. From the house of Molinard, on Monday, we went with Fig on Monday. Really good stuff, man. Only exclusively wear this for spring and summer, all right? Up next on Tuesday, we were back to the office. And this is just a gentleman's classic, like DNA, in my opinion. Just a gentleman classic DNA, a gentleman line. And even though I prefer the EDP Intense over the EDP, this is still a really, really good one, man. One compliment in the office that day from the house of Brioni. We went with Brioni, the EDP. The EDP. Soon as I walked into the office, one of the young ladies who sits at the front, she said, "Oh, he's here. I could smell you through the door." I don't know if she was exaggerating or not, but she said she could smell me through the door, asked me what I was wearing, tell me I always smell good. And this one right here is really good. It's masculine. You get that violet leaf, that apple, a little bit of a spice here as well, some like a green facet to this fragrance, but the apple and the violet really does its thing. And I'm not the biggest fan of violet, but when it's blended in with apple and some other of my favorite notes, it can really come off really pleasant. And this is really pleasant. Even though I prefer the Intense, which I got to get a bottle of. I have a 10 ml of that, and I love it. I prefer it, but there's still a spot in my collection where this is going to get a chance to be featured when I wear it. And this is an office staple for me. This fragrance, I will only wear this to the office because it kind of represents me, my style, my mood, how I'm going into work to handle business. This kind of has that DNA, and it's really, really good, man. On Tuesday, from the house of Brioni, we went with, I don't know why I'm having trouble saying I went with Brioni EDP. Brioni EDP. Really good, really good. All right, up next on Wednesday, every time I wear this fragrance, I just fall more in love with it. It is outstanding. It is outstanding. Will it make the top 10? Will it crack the top 10 when I do my top 10 for life video in a little while? Because we're at the mid-year point. That's when I usually do it. But anyway, on Wednesday, great wear from the house of Arabian Oud. We went with Daiwan. Daiwan Arabian Oud. Man. Shout out my guy, man, Charm City from the Fragrance Connoisseurs, who put me on. Charm City, if you're watching, did you have no idea? You blessed your boy, man, by letting me know about this one. What's so special about this one to me? It's just me in a bottle. It's just one of those DNAs that's like me in a bottle. You get this beautiful green apple and juniper and cashmere and oud in here. Not wood, but it still comes off the same. The cashmere just adds this kind of coziness to it. The green apple really stands out with the juniper and that lavender, nutmeg that gives off this kind of sweet and spicy facet to it in the immediate opening. Muskiness, oh man, it's great. But for me, on my skin, the green apple and the cashmere really do the dance off of my skin. And it's a sneaky performer too. Just when you think it's kind of dwindled away, it's not. I had a long day this day. We were, I think, about 10 hours that day. And as I was leaving for the day, I was still catching wafts of this. Now, I do spray my clothing, all right, and that could play a part in that. I'm sure it does. But I was still catching wafts. And the dry down on this is just magical. This is a special fragrance in my collection. I blind bought it. And when I smelled it for the first time, an absolute winner. I don't recommend blind buying it. Get you a sample. It's rather expensive on the market, but to me, it is worth the money. To me, it is. The experience that I got from it, it's totally worth it. And this is fantastic. From the house of Arabian Oud on Wednesday, it might crack the top 10. Sultani might have something to say about that, but I've worn this more than Sultani, so we'll see. Daiwan on Wednesday to the office. Great, fresh, everyday, versatile fragrance. Great stuff. Great performer, man. Like, great, just all around. All right, up next on Thursday, here was the experiment. I've been wanting to wear this fragrance, and I've always thought that I could get away with it in the warmer weather or even in the hot weather. And I said, you know what? Screw it, man. We're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to go ahead and see, and I did. And what was that fragrance? From the house of Argos, we went with the Bacio. and Martell. Bacio and Martell. Why was I so nervous to wear this? Because Argos fragrances are so bold. They have so much depth, power. They're fantastic. Everything about Argos. I have nothing negative to say about Argos. Me personally, I don't. And this is a fragrance that I've always thought you could wear year round. But I just didn't take the chance on wearing it on a hot day. And boy, did this deliver. It never became cloying. It never became unbearable. I didn't get a negative comment, my way about, man, you wearing like nothing. This was my most complimented fragrance of the week. I gave out this link twice on Thursday. I had a couple of conversations. I had a impromptu meeting, and a couple of conversations after the meeting was about who was smelling so good in the meeting. And this is just one of those ones, that raspberry, that leather. As you get into the dry down, you get that ambery vanilla that really ties in well with the raspberry. Some white florals in here as well. But the raspberry and the leather are the true stars of this fragrance. It is amazing stuff. This is pound for pound the best leather fragrance in my entire collection. Ombre Leather EDP may have something to say about that. But this is in the title match. For sure. This is excellent. I'm glad I tested it in the high heat. I will be wearing it again in the high heat. Normally I go 6 to 8 sprays. But with this, I went 4 to 5. I did, dwindle it down a bit. So we went 4 to 5. I did boom, 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 and one on the chest. That was it. That's all we did, man. And it worked really, really well. Performed all day long, man. All day long. An absolute banger if you haven't tried it. But I got away with it in the summer. I'm not saying I'll be wearing it all the time in the summer, but if I'm in the mood for it, I'm gonna wear it. And it did its thing, man. On Thursday? Yeah, on Thursday from the house of Argos. We went with the Bacio and Martell. Bacio and Martell. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Up next on Friday, I was off for the weekend, and my son said, "Hey, Pop, me and the boys want to go to the movies." Okay, cool. So took my son and 2 of his best friends to the movies on Friday to see the new Lilo and Stitch. It's pretty cool. A lot of valuable life lessons in that movie. I saw the Lilo and Stitch cartoon movie back in the day, but to take my son and his friends to see the real lifestyle version of it was really, really cool. But anyway, this is my fragrance of the day. Very chill going to the movies, man. And this is just a fragrance that I haven't spent a lot of time with. And man, I've been missing out. From the house of Day 3 Fragrances, we went with Escandalo. I like to say Escandalo. That was my fragrance of the day. The opening of this, that guava and lime is, woo, it's good. Really good. This is a beautiful opening for a fragrance. It could come off like it's a summertime like style scent, but it's not. And why do I say that? Because there's notes of here, I think it's like musk and white oud. Then there's like a little vetiver in here as well. If it is, there's something in here that comes with like a soapy vetiver in the dry down. The musk is really taking hold of this fragrance as it continues to dry down. And that white oud, from my experience with white oud, is a cleaner oud. Comes off woodsy, almost like a bit dry to the nose. But haven't spent that much time with the Escandalo, and I was very, very, very happy with my full experience. Matter of fact, this is the first time I gave this a full wearing. Other times I've just tested it on skin, but full wearing with this fragrance. I was leaving at the house. My wife was like, "You smell great." Just going to give her a hug and the kids getting ready to leave. "You smell great." That was a comment that I got, and I was walking up on her. So for me with the performance, I was out for about a good 4 hours. About a good 4 hours. Add another 2 hours to that when I got home before getting settled in and hanging out with the missus for the rest of the evening. This was really good. I enjoyed this. But this is one that you want to get a sample of. I don't believe it's going to be for everybody. I am one who is I am always looking for the more versatile fragrances that are different. And this has exactly what I'm looking for. I will be wearing this more. I'm going to test this out in the office and other situations where it's that kind of vibe for me. All right, but on Friday to the movies with the boys, to see the new Lilo and Stitch. We went with Escandalo. Escandalo. Really good. Really good. Love that. Love the whole fragrance without opening. Oh, yeah. And last but not least, on Saturday, it was Family Fun Day. All right. We went out and just kind of moved around. Took the boys to the Lego store. Went and visited Miss Heather. Said what's up to her. And just kind of moved around and just kind of hung out, you know, with the family time on Saturday. And this fragrance is very popular in the community, and it should be, but it is one of the best tropical themed fragrances I've ever smelled and I've ever experienced. This stuff is amazing. It's amazing. Miss Heather loved it. She loved it. As soon as I gave her a hug, she just got to talking about this fragrance. And what did I wear on Saturday from the house of, here we go, Miss Bacio. Close? Yes? No? One of y'all in the comments will let me know how to spell it out. We were at Passion Island. Passion Island on Saturday. Golly, man. So tropical in the opening. Literally, you can smell this massive fruit bowl. Guava, pineapple, just mango, just tropical fruits in a bowl. As it dries down, it just becomes more beautiful, where this kind of like vanilla, ambery vibe kind of comes over the fragrance. And it's not overbearing. It doesn't come off cloying. It doesn't come off sickly sweet. It's just literally a massive bowl of tropical fruits. That's the best way that I can explain. The performance on this is nuclear. Nuclear. It's straight to parfum with Passion Island. And this is probably going to come with me when me and my wife go out of town to celebrate our wedding anniversary in August. It's probably coming with me. You know, I like to bring a nice selection. You know, we'd be gone for a few days and, you know, having a good time. But I also want to smell fantastic, dangerous, sexy, all of those things. I want that vibe, and this qualifies for that, man. Awesome fragrance, man. If you love tropical, a tropical vacation style fragrance, and the guava here is really nice in the opening. That passion fruit, guava, pineapple, mango-y combo here. It's outstanding. On Saturday with the family from the house of Miss Bacios? Miss Bacios? Am I trolling? Am I doing it on purpose? Or am I dead serious? You decide. Passion Island on Saturday to wrap up the week. All right. If you want to check out Passion Island, man, head over to Max Aroma. You can use my code DEDRICK10. Save you 10% off on the sample. I don't recommend blind buying. Once again, get your samples. Max Aroma has a great library. Most of these fragrances are over there. Most of them are over there on Max Aroma. Argos is Argos. I have all the links down below. Save yourself some money if you're interested. I thought I had a great week. Smelled pretty good. Had a few compliments throughout the week. And, you know, we did it again. We did it again. But, of course, what did you guys wear this week? What did you guys wear? What were your fragrances of choice? What did you love? What was new? What was old? What was a no? Let me know. It's my favorite thing to do each week. Is to read what y'all wore. Y'all inspire me to look into some things and X, Y, and Z. So, yeah. So, tap in. Let me know what you wore. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already to the channel. We're coming up on 26K. Appreciate the love and the support with y'all rocking with me. And I know we'll do a giveaway soon. I got a full bottle of fragrance that I just got in, but I have a decant and I won't be needing no more. It's pretty decent decant. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a future video, a near future video. All right. So splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world, it's exactly what you are going to get back. Peace, y'all. And again, happy Father's Day to the dad. To the dads. My dad, yes, but to the dads. Y'all are appreciated and needed. Peace.